Hi guys, how are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome to my live. Welcome to Auntie DTV. Guys, I have something that I'd like to share and I'd like you to comment on it as well so we can have an understanding. No, I have gathered where in a particular island, particular parish, a woman's body was kept for almost 2 years and the discovery was made and authorities are still doing their investigations as to what could have happened, why. But what I'm trying to think is, how could someone have a body, a human being's body, around for 2 years without some form of embalmment or something? It could not be the natural state because we know the odor that would have caused, and we know the different birds that have been attracted to that odor. So I'm saying to myself, could this be something unreal? I'm questioning it, but because, it's been investigated still, I'm wondering to have a caregiver attending to someone, who pays the caregiver? Is it that she just got someplace to get a shelter for her head? So she doesn't know much about what takes place? Or I should say, um, who really is in charge of that elderly woman? Why is it that she has been left in that state for so long? We are the neighbors because based on my discoveries and readings, this body, the property where the body was found in, is pretty close to the road. So is it that we don't have that love anymore to check on our elderly persons in our community? Wasn't she belonging to a church? Couldn't she have been missed from any group? Even if she was bedridden and couldn't walk, she could be remembered as someone, whether or not she's from the area, but someone who could have given some advice to somebody along the way. Why would it be kept so quiet? What could be the possible reason of someone wants to keep a body? And listening to the caregiver's comment, I just can't get the logics out of it because, guys, I'm not a counselor. But, the things that she's saying, I'm really wondering what is really going on. It is so sad. Well, I believe we should take care of our elderly persons. Whether they are bedridden, cannot help themselves, there should be something in place for those people. Because the woman would have lived her life and she would have needed help because based on what I've been reading, the property was well kept, clean and nice, yard well cut. So who pays those bills? Those persons who are doing the job, are they doing it freely? Haven't anyone gone to check to say hi to the elderly woman? To find out, even to say hi, are you okay? How are you feeling today? Because we know when people are up in certain age and they are bedridden, we know that they can go off, become unalive, go off to sleep at any time. So we check on them, and more so, it is so, when I look at it, I say to myself, in my own thinking, when we are younger and we are up and about, everybody sees us. And I notice it in some churches too. When you are older and you become shut in, you are forgotten. No matter what you did when you're able to move about, when you become a shut in, you are forgotten. And that's the time we need, if we are going to be in that position as a shut in, we are going to need persons around us to give us support. Some encouraging words, even to come and do devotions. There ought to be church people living in the community. I'm wondering, do people don't go to church anymore? Is there no love we have for our elders especially? Then if we don't show love to our elderly now who have fathered the generation before, what are we leaving behind for our younger generation to do? It's going to continue just like that. And we can't continue like that. We need to pay attention. We need to give respect to our elderlies. I believe in that because when we do reach that age too, we need assistance. We need assistance even to prepare a meal for us, come by and check on us, give us a little joke, spread the word of the Lord with us, encourage us as we get weaker and weaker. So I am yet wondering, I just can't come to grips that these things are really, really happening. I know people have some weird ways of doing things, but I still believe respect ought to be shown to persons, especially our elderly people in our communities. Because, Christmas or anytime, any Sunday, weekend, any day, somebody may want to take something, maybe some groceries, something, or even to go and sit down and give a word of prayer to encourage a person. They feel so good because I've done that in the past. And the way they kept saying, God bless you, God bless you. Those blessings carry you through. You may not show at the very same minute, but I just cannot understand the reasons and that the body has been there. So how could the body be there? Something has to be done. Something has to be done to the body because it could not have been there in a natural state for so long. Or is it that the person is saying 2 years when it's not 2 years? Somewhere along the line, something is not leading, connecting. Because 2 years, you're almost dry out. So unless something is being added to keep the body in that state, and then persons, the caregiver don't even say, okay, I'm not comfortable. Let me go and say it to somebody. They just keep it quiet. The neighbor said she hears persons over there, she, the person, sometimes gets into, speaking in tongues. But even that, whether or not they have neighborly relationship, the fact remains that persons who do social work, with certain agencies, or even ordinary people, ordinary persons, whether you have relatives or not, ordinary people can go by and check because they know the person is bedridden, which means that the person cannot move to do things for herself. Guys, I'm really thinking, I'm really sad because I believe we are forgetting our elderly. We just forget about them. We can't forget about them. Without them, we could not have been here. We could not have been here. So, guys, tell me what you think about this find that was made and this 2 year thing. Somehow, I'm wondering if it's really 2 years or 2 days. But even if it was 2 days, there ought to be something to show where the body is breaking down, right? But that was not disclosed. So, we are still yet to know the final. So, guys, as I share with you, comment and let me know what you think so we can have a discussion, right? So, those who haven't subscribed, subscribe and comment and share and watch the video to the fullest. Watch it and share and let us have a discussion because we need to interact. So we can have a clearer understanding. Okay, thank you and bye now.